Alrighty, good evening. You're catching me as I'm just getting into the game. Hope we've got many people are going to be joining us soon. Stream's just starting. We're getting on to Bessie Beneath and just finding out what's going on there and doing a few updates. So let's get started. So, skibs. Alrighty, so we've needed to do a little bit of maintenance around the yard. We've cut down a tree, cut down two trees in fact, and then managed to roll our tractor. Fortunately, we got that up right before we came on stream, and there's been a few other interesting developments. So we managed to lose played in game as being an opportunity where we got to sell what we had and made a little bit of profit. But either way, it was a glitch, and we had to scrap some of the mods, and we managed to get some money back off of that. So that worked out okay for us. Game as being an opportunity where we got to. All right, so let's go have a look at the other fields. So this is a field we've just harvested, so we'll come clean that all up now. We've got a contract that we were finishing, and oh, he's got the Lamborghini racing as well. Well done, guy. We're going to just finish baling here quickly. Did the contract didn't fail, did it? Oh no, okay, that's fine. Alright, so we've got a mod on that allows us to go and bale the straw off the field. I don't have a use for it at the moment, but I am looking at getting some cattle, so we can maybe wait for that opportunity to come up and transport all these bales back that way. So I'm looking at 20,000 litre bales, and I expect to see probably around maybe 12 of them off this field. Just doing the headlands, I've already done 6, so maybe even more, maybe about 18, and I'm not being too diligent about the little gaps and stuff, so don't worry about me missing some of the straw. It's not really something that's worth the effort to go and really pick up every bit of it, but it is worth the hassle to go and collect the bales. So unfortunately this is something we're going to have to run manually, so we'll have to just keep on ticking along at this until it's done. And fortunately with the size of bales we can get away with a bit with being a little bit more macro on this. Alrighty, great stuff. So yeah, we almost lost the save game today. So fortunately, thanks to Scolari from the MGN team, he managed to find out what the issue was and rescued the save game. I honestly would have I would have shed a tear if I'd lost this, because I've put in quite a lot of time and effort, and I was recovering from that 400,000 debt quite nicely. I think we're sitting at, while this is offloading, we'll go and check. We are sitting at 340,000. So we have recovered 60,000 of the 400,000 debt. That's on top of all the equipment upgrades, the additional fields that have been bought. So we've been doing really well. Other than 1 or 2 days that we've made a bit of a loss because of new equipment we've bought, we've been pretty consistent. Hey there, Engorged Rabbit. Hey, thanks for joining me. How are you doing? So yeah, we've been pretty consistent. We've been getting in, about 20-30 grand a day in profit. One of our main streams of income, though, the beehives, did cause a little bit of a bug in game, so we took a bit of a payout of 60,000, and we scrapped that mod. So that's the only real change that's happened since the last time I had everybody online. So let's just make sure that everything's operational like it should be. I'm awesome, man. Man, girl, your name doesn't give away very much. But yeah, I'm brilliant. How's things going on your side? Yeah. Hi, how do I pronounce it? It's Ifan Rich. Ifan Rich. Am I getting it right? Thanks for the requests on the TSR show. It's Kewen. Oh, Kewen, how's it, Kewen? How you doing? All right, sweet. Now I know who it is. That's a terrible name you got there, bud. Number one in your hearts. Martin told me to be. I'll go find Martin later when I'm done with the stream, and I'll go and tell him to remind you to go and do it again. Thanks, number one in your hearts. I appreciate it. It's absolutely brilliant that you've come back to see what I have to offer. So yeah, it's been an interesting ride. My This is all very new territory for me. I've only been streaming for a little while. I've only really set up a proper uh, schedule and put a little bit of structure around it in the last, say, 2 weeks or so. So the fact that I'm already, starting to get a few followers, and it's awesome. So I appreciate every one of you. Thanks, guys. Depending on what your definition of fun is, there. Number one, this is something that I really get a kick out of, and yeah, I'm going to have the opportunity of actually translating this into reality in the next few weeks. We've got a farming simulator Africa series that's launching in, well, it's launched already, but it's going to be taking place on the 24th and 25th of October, and we're going to be doing a whole series around the equipment in game. We're going to actually take that equipment and we're going to go physically use the equipment, do some live streams off it, show you guys what it actually looks like, not just the game side of it. A little bit of a bridge between reality and the fiction of the game. I don't know if you caught my stream on Truck Stop Radio. We were talking about reality in game, how the difference between the different games and how they operate, and what you actually get for what you're playing. I mean, Call of Duty, if you had to go and have full reality in that, I think every parent in the world would have an absolute hernia. But with Farming Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator and Flight Simulator, all of those simulation games, the level of reality is of such a nature that the more real it is and the more effective we get everything across, it's absolutely, it is actually educational in a certain extent. Yeah, dude, you can. Alright, so we've got a mod on here that allows us to do that. So normally you can't pick up the straw afterwards. And it just makes it so that you can actually make a little bit more. Unfortunately, with seasons, straw bales have actually no value in game other than if you've got cattle. So for me, this is just purely around having that extra straw available so that when I do buy cattle, I don't have to do anything I don't have to plant any crops that's going to produce straw, because I'm looking to go um, potatoes and corn because of the mods that have been added. So we've got a mod that allows us to produce flour, and then we also got the potato washing and sorting, which it probably more than doubles the price, probably about 2.5 times the normal price. So let's just get that there. Alrighty, so cool. So 6 people online. That is brilliant. So what we've got is yeah, or a baler. Okay, so what we've got, let me just go into the mods that have been added. The potato washing, so we've got all of these different pallets that we've got over here, and I think it's here. I haven't actually looked for it yet. I saw it the other day. Okay, I think Okay, I'd have to go and have a look where those mods are, but there's actually a mod that allows you to do the sorting and sorry, I'm being an idiot. Under miscellaneous, here is, there we go. Okay, under global company. So we've got a factory that makes flour, and we've got a potato washer, and we've got a potato sorter. So we're going to put both of these pieces of equipment in, and we're going to go and plant our field number 92 over here that we've just harvested, and put that under potatoes. Because potatoes has such high yield, we only need a smaller farm. Then this field 96 over here, which is still growing, that'll come through in the next day or two, that's got soybeans that'll put us in a position that we would be able to afford field 91 over here. We're going to harvest all the grass off that, hopefully before winter hits, and then go and feed our sheep. And once that's all done, we're going to plant this with corn. And then we'll have just take a corner of this field, maybe on our farm over here, maybe in the back where the sheep are. As much as it's a sheep pen, it allows you to put some stuff down there. We'll go and put that factory in there, and then we'll start producing flour. So the combination of those should make our map nice and profitable. No, in Gorged Rabbit, there are no events that are available to any of the FSL players at the moment. It's only the finals that are happening, and that's going to be on the 19th and 20th of September. So there's no official tournaments, not from the Giant Software side. On our side, we're going to be doing a lot of live scrims in the coming weeks, so that we can prepare for the event in October. Okay, so yeah, there's no events at the moment, but we will have our own event in October. So we're looking forward to that. So if you guys want to join us, please, by all means, it will be open to everyone. However, because it's based in South Africa, there is going to be a little bit of a latency issue. We tried it with the guys from Giants on Friday, and it didn't work so great. At least I got to show the guys from the rest of the world, or at least from Germany, where most of the players are from, what it's like to play on those links where the connections are so terrible. So I hope you join us in Gorged Rabbit. I think you'd do well as one of the team members. Maybe you can put a team together. We're looking to possibly sponsor a team for those who don't have software. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't have the game, we're looking to sponsor a team, maybe two, just so that we can bring in people that are capable of playing, not because they have the money to play, but because they have the skill to play. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so okay, I'm not gonna bother with this. Let's see if we get enough out of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's probably 1 or 2 out of view range there. So it's not as many as I thought. I thought I would be getting about 12 or so. And then I'll cut this one down to a 4,000 bale. So I've got a variable bale size on the baler, where I've got them set to 20,000 liters. But when I have like the last little bit coming through like this, I just reduce the size, so I produce one bale smaller than the rest. Okay. Okay, so fortunately, when you're running certain equipment, you can drive through the hedges. So let's see if there's any contracts that are worth doing. Harvesting. That's it. I've just done a harvesting contract, and I just want to go and pick everything up before I close off the contract. So 4,400 that I'll make off that. I had to pay in because I used their equipment, but my harvester is absolutely minute, so it would have taken me a month to actually harvest that field. Alrighty, so at first I didn't really like this map. I thought it was a bit buggy, but since we figured out the mod issue, I've actually found that this is a really good map. So if you guys want to go and give it a try, go try Bessie Beneath. It is worth it. I wonder what he wants. So nice thing about playing multiplayer like this is you get to kind of experience the game through with a lot of other players. You got different approaches to the same thing. Alright, so this is going to be tricky because I need to get rid of this tree. No. So now the question is, do I go and buy a bale trailer, or do I use this little baler here? Because I don't actually need a bale trailer because I harvest my fields and the drop-off point is right behind here. If you look at the map over here, there's the barn sell point. So even if I'm harvesting right here, 91 will be going into silage, and I literally just have to drive around that road. So even if I'm only taking 8 bales at a time, I can drop them off in a reasonable time period. So do I spend 20 or 30 grand on a bale trailer, or do I just go with a little trailer that I've got? I think let's finish chopping the tree down and go and pick up the bales in that field. Okay, so let's see. Okay, you're empty, and I think that trailer is empty as well. Yeah. Yep, you're empty. Empty-ish. Okay. Braden Harris 15, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's go and chop a tree, guys. Now I have to go and shove this tree around so that it allows me to chop it. It's a little bit inky, but yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can roll it over to the right. Hey, good call. It worked. That was really a crapshoot. Okay, so this would probably be about there. Okay, let's stack this full. Maybe get 4 or 5 grand out of this timber. Would be better if I had a timber trailer, but this will do. Keep up the good videos, Weatherman. I don't know what I would be doing if you didn't live stream. Yeah, man, anytime. So please, I'm always open to suggestions. If you've got some ideas, a couple of things you want to try. I am a really big fan of Daggerwin and his survival series, and I don't want to copy his idea, but I'm really keen on at some point doing something like that. I'd like to have some kind of a theme to what I'm doing. You know, my radio stream, I do a theme there. I kind of have the whole simulation world updates, and I'd like to do the same on the game stream here, just to keep it interesting. You can watch any guy play. I mean, what's the value in watching somebody if they just, if you're just watching them play a game? But if they make it a little bit more interesting, then it's worth your effort and worth your time. Alrighty, let's get rid of all these branches so that we can get some visibility going out. Okay, I know you can run it the other way, but it doesn't always work with these uneven trees. Before anybody shouts at me for clicking on the mouse button a million times to make the chainsaw run. Alrighty. Getting there. So now that, if I'm not mistaken, let's see if I can pick it up. Nope. Alrighty. Yeah, if you've got an idea for a survival roleplay, I was actually before Daggerwin started his, and I know someone else did it before that as well. But I wanted to actually do a No Man's Land survival roleplay. This idea with the Bessie Beneath 400,000 was actually not mine. It was the guys from MGN. Scolari was the guy who set up the map. Did a really great job with it, but he put in that little bit of extra twist where there was the 400,000 debt that you started with. And I loved the idea, and that's why I started the stream. So I'm going to stick with that for now. Maybe do this every other stream. Maybe do the Bessie Beneath on maybe a Saturday night or so. And then start a new survival series stream maybe for Tuesdays and Thursdays. The stuff that is a little bit more time intensive. The problem with survival roleplay, especially if you've got like a timber based map, you're going to be spending a whole lot of time just doing the mundane stuff, and that can get really boring. That you want to do something where you can go and do you can speed up to like times 15 or something like that, and just show the results of your actions and not bore everybody with jumping around like an idiot. Where are you sitting? Is it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, so the trees are a little bit better. Okay, so let's get rid of this stuff. Some of these are a little bit too heavy for me. These are too heavy, and that's tiny, so I think I'm going to go and buy a bigger trailer and get like the 8-ton little trailer, the ones like that one over there. So I have two trailers, one flatbed and one with the enclosure. Then I can use it for grain as well as storing my the wheat that I've cut, because I've got chickens on this map, and I've got no storage at the moment. Yeah, Yeah, you can. Never mind being stupid. Sorry, the forest. I don't know if this is viral, but it is in some. Oh yeah, Kieran. Different game, but I will be looking at streaming other games on other stream occasions. So maybe having the forest or something like that. I am quite keen to go and do a little bit of flight simulator streaming, but what I'm thinking there is maybe instead of a stream, rather do a time lapse and do that on a YouTube channel. And once I've got my affiliate status, uploads on Twitch. But I need the followers to be able to get there. Right now, I think I'm sitting at 19 followers, 17 followers. So I only need a few more, but it takes time to get there. So I'm patient and I'm not going to push anybody for follows, but if you guys can help out, that would be awesome. Alright, so let's see. Another trick I learned. If you hold your middle mouse button in and you move the mouse, it rotates the object. Didn't know that until I watched a stream, one of Daggerman's streams actually, and you learn something new from everything that you do. Okay, so let's get rid of this. This is not nearly enough timber, but I can go and hook the other trailer then at least. So we want to go and pick up those bells. So let's not take this tractor. Alright, so let's take Okay, so let's have a look. So you're fine. I need to get my windrower back so I can go and sort that field out. So okay, I hope my straps hold everything in place. That is looking mighty jittery. Okay, so the sawmill is over there. So let's just run that way. Then we'll pick up the trailer on the way back. We'll make it a flatbed trailer to start with, and then we'll drop off the bales, and then we'll go to the garage and change it. And once you've paid for the change, you keep it. The Star is with the contract. Unfortunately, I can't afford that kind of thing yet. I'm still digging my way out of debt. I've got a decision to make whether I'm going to buy another field or if I'm going to go and look at maybe buying a bigger harvester. Because I had to have the soybean field that's coming up. And that little harvester that I've got is pretty tedious. But if I'm doing contracts while it's doing its thing, then it's still very new. I only just got it up and running. A YouTube channel. I don't have affiliate status there yet, so the link is a little bit obtuse, but I will post it for you guys. So if you give me a second, it's so new I haven't even loaded it into my bot on Twitch yet. So if you give me 1 second, I will post it for you. So these streams that I'm doing now, they are a dual stream. So it's being streamed on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. So there we go. Okay. Yeah, and while you guys are out there, if you're going to be looking at any of the streams and channels that I'm on, please go and give the guys at Truck Stop Radio a listen. Some really good music on there, and yeah, I stream on there Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CET, or for us Africans, 9 p.m. CAT. Go over there, go and listen to the guys. They've got some really good presenters on there. They do have a Discord channel that you can connect to, and you can then make some requests. You can go to the website, you can make requests there. It's all pretty neat. Okay, so I'm going to just give me 1 second. I'll post that link for you as well. Okay, there we go, and there's the Discord channel for Truck Stop Radio. Alrighty, so back to the stream. As long as it doesn't fall off, I don't really care what it does, but that doesn't look like it's going to make it. That's what happens when you have dual screens and the mouse clicks on the wrong screen. Lovely. Okay, so while I've got you guys here, give me some thoughts for what you'd like to see in a survival roleplay. I think what I'll do is I'll kind of use the rules that are kind of accepted in game at the moment, and work on that basis. I'll run it as a multiplayer map, but I'll have it locked out so that we can always introduce other players. But I'm open to do suggestions beyond that. What would you like to see? What to you would be a real survival roleplay kind of stream or channel? And if I do this, I will produce at least maybe 1 or 2 dozen episodes. It's got to be something consistent. It'll be very much themed. It will follow a little bit of a trend. It'll be something that you can get behind and you can enjoy. Okay. Oh man, wrong button. Okay. I'll hold 249. Lovely. So all we're going to do, it's amazing how you can only pick up a small branch, but you can take that same branch and push 20 other branches with it. Farming Simulator physics is amazing. Okay, so it's one of the reasons why I kind of want to keep it as a flatbed, because with the tip sides on, you don't have that ability. So yeah, on my Twitch channel, being pretty new, there's a lot of things I still need to do, but I'm going to have some new emotes. I'm going to have points so that you guys can get into raffles. I am going to be looking at a game giveaway at least every second month. When we start doing a little bit of merchandising, then we'll start doing some t-shirts and that type of thing, all with our dexterous based logo. And I'm open to ideas what you guys would like to see there as well. Oh, tonight things are just flying along. My hour-long stream went through so quickly. I actually felt like I had stuff I needed to do still, and the time was up. A little bit of a technical issue in the beginning, but these things happen. And on this live stream, we're already 38 minutes in, so you know, time flies. Um, I do enjoy these streams very much. I hope you guys enjoy watching me as much as I enjoy making making the streams, or making the episodes, if you can put it that way. So, do we go for a bale trailer? There's a dedicated bale trailer that you can use for other stuff, but if I get a bale trailer like this, we can get one of these. We can get the dually. It's a single axle, or we can get the TPWs that can take a lot more. They've got straps and everything, and then we've got the Johnson flatbed, which essentially gives you a multi-purpose vehicle. So if you just add the bell module, or there's other modules you can add. You can't tow two vehicles on this. No, doesn't have that ability. What kind of hitch do you have? It might actually work. Don't see the difference between low attacher and high attacher. Okay, let's go with high attacher. So if we take this trailer over here, we add another 1,500 and we get the attachment, the bale module. We can actually use it for other things. So the Johnson, if you go over to Johnson over here, there we go. So you've got a forestry module where you can actually put sides up. You've got the bale module, and then you can add a livestock module. So one trailer has got 3 functions. I think that's pretty neat. I think I'm going to go with that, with a high attacher. Money is always a catch. Gonna need, 30 grand should be fine. So let's go with the Johnson. I'm concerned I might need to leave my trailer here. I might even be able to sell that trailer, because I'm not going to need that right now. Let's see if we can attach it. If it can't attach, then I'm going to leave it behind. So this took me nearly 45 minutes to figure out. So these bars over here, yeah, thanks, I really appreciate that. That is the aim of the game, is to keep you entertained, and really, if there's anything you want, please give me a shout. So what I was saying is, getting that onto that is actually quite simple, but stupid at the same time. What I never noticed is it actually shows you what you need to know on the crate. It shows you that you need to grab it from this side, and then it shows you on which side you need to approach the trailer from. So all I have to do, and if you don't know this, it will take you a stupid amount of time to figure out. And I can't even say I take the credit for figuring it out. Google is your friend. Okay. Let's see if it's going to allow me to attach. I doubt it, but it's worth a try. If it doesn't work, then I'll sell the smaller trailer, because I don't really have a need for it now. So that big trailer will serve the purpose. Hey, it worked. And then you press Q to attach. Done. So now I've got 2 trailers. I'm now going to detach that. No, let's stick with what we got. This will work. Okay, so let's go and get our bales and get them all back to the farm, and then get rid of those trees in the yard. Then I can use both these trailers for that job. Yeah, a bit of a road train. The longest road train I've ever made was just on a single player map that I was messing around with. I had the 21,000 liter trailers. These guys over here. Uh, these guys over here, the AgroLiner HKD 302s. I had the TKD at the front, and I had HKDs, and I had 15 of them. Was the longest I ever did. And I had realism enabled, so I had the quad track, 650 horsepower quad track, that just simply could not pull that road train more than 2 kilometers an hour. It was fun. Put the realism off, I was pulling it around at 20 k's. Alright, so off to go and fetch some bales. I don't think there's a water bale trailer on here. Let me just check. No. Stupid little bugs. Sometimes when you type a message and you press enter, it kills the engine at the same time. I'm looking at this now. Those wheels are off the ground. Okay, so I'll have to get back to you, dude. Let me just to get to where I'm going, and then you can talk to me again. Alrighty, so I've just got to pick up a few bales, and then I can turn in that contract, and then I will pretty much have made what it cost me to buy this Johnson trailer, because I had about a 7,000 over harvest. Okay, the Johnson without the attachment, and that screwed the pooch completely. Well done. Let's try a little bit of a more decent angle. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, cool. Let's go. Let's go pick up some bales, and yeah, gotta love farm sim physics. They are impressive. Although, you know, that's pretty true to life. What is funny though is I can go through with that trailer and I will get stuck on that trailer. Just for shits and giggles, as I say. So the trailer itself, if I had to take those rails off, I would be able to drive through that hedge no problem. But it sees the rails as an additional item, whereas everything else is not. And then it will just won't allow that through. Okay, so now let's see how good my bell stacking is. I've got a little bit of a problem where I've got a bit of latency. I wonder what's going on with you now. You wouldn't say I play Farm Simulator League with how terrible that bale collection was. Okay, so we've got to stack bales at the back to balance this out. These are 20-ton bales though, so can't expect the trailer to be battling a little bit. Okay, don't roll forward, whatever you do. Should be fun. So I do enjoy a lot of the multiplayer maps will have things like auto bail trailers and that kind of thing, but it kind of takes away from the realism of the game. If you've got an auto loader, that's a different story. So they are found in reality, they are actual devices that you can use. That is all good. And this is going to fight me. Let's go put you next to you. Okay, let's see if my tractor can handle 40 tons. Shouldn't be able to. Yep. Alrighty. Okay. That poor little trailer's not doing too well. Let's hopefully we put another 40 tons in the back and it'll pop up. Let's see if we can get a little bit of... Oh wait, that's the 4-tonner. I don't want the 4-tonner. Let's take the 20s first. The 4-tonner can go in the front of the trailer. So what I'm going to do is pack this up at the back, then go and stack up, take the one that's in the front off, and hopefully it drops the nose of the trailer, then go and put a bale on the front of the little trailer to hold its nose down. And hopefully that balances things out a little bit and makes it a little bit easier to get around. So, Rabbit, we definitely need to do a Destiny stream together. Let's see if we can get Draven to join us. Maybe go and have a little bit of fun over one of the weekends. So I'm very cautious with these tractors because they roll over for nothing. Haha, thought you might like that. There's a mod on the map. I can't tell you which mod it is because there's a few that I suspect might be affecting it. But if you roll over a tractor, normally in Farming Simulator, you can go to town and just, spin the wheels until it flips you up. So it gets a little bit of traction and you're back on your wheels again. But with this mod, it doesn't do that. So if you're down, you're down. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Farm Sim Mechanics says that I can stack as many bales as I like in the front of that second trailer now, and it won't kick up the front trailer, or it shouldn't. I don't know if I want to test the theory because that's a lot of work to go and stack bales. If you flip a trailer and it's not strapped on, it will toss it off. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go 2 bales at a time. I have been going now for about 49, 48 minutes. There was about a 3-minute, stream announcement. So, taking that off, about 48 minutes. So I've been streaming between the radio station and here for an hour and let's call it an hour and 50 minutes in total so far. Ah, come on. So this right click function, ah, okay, so why won't you, it does this sometimes. Let's do a keyboard change. Yeah, it did. It's you know what, I suppose it's what you're getting out of it that makes a difference. I'm really enjoying this. Is one of my first streams when I've got a lot of interaction. Normally, I'm kind of flying solo, and I appreciate how hard it is when you've got nobody talking to you. And I've got at the very least you two guys that are talking to me quite actively, and it makes a big difference to the quality of the stream because it's a lot more interactive, it's a lot more engaged. I can give you feedback on the stuff that you guys want, and there's the real dirt kicking in and messing me up. Lovely. You can roll down the hill. Okay, so it looks like I'm solo on the map now. Yeah, cool. So, Rabbit, I'm just thinking maybe we can do this as a little bit of a school event. Maybe we can go and build a team there. Maybe get a few players. I'm sure if we get we've got a prize pool of 4,500 rand at the moment. Uh, we can maybe use that to get a few people to join. Maybe get a few sponsorships in place. Get some gear. Oh yes, cool. He was telling me about you. He was saying that you enjoy my streams, and I wasn't quite sure if there was a Twitch stream or the radio stream. But I really appreciated both ways. Sorry I couldn't play the songs you requested. Unfortunately, the one I didn't have and the other one I did have, but it has explicit lyrics, and one of the rules at the station is we're not allowed having any swearing. Although I must admit, only after the fact I found out that one of the songs I played did actually have a single swear word in, so I'm sure that's not too serious. Let's see if I was right. So I said, no, it's doing it. Oh, sweet. That sucks. And it's going to roll off. And look at that. That's lovely. That is delicious. Okay, cool. So we have to go and fix that first. I gotta say though, they've done a lot to fix the mechanics in the game. There were a lot of little buggy things that they had that were quite frustrating. We were talking about the in-game workers the other day, and the workers have changed so much. They used to be buggy as hell. You couldn't give a worker a job to do without them getting stuck and wrapped around a tree or something. It was quite interesting. Ah, thanks, dude. I only saw your message now. I'm glad. You know, The radio station, unfortunately, there's zero feedback. So, if you've got anything, give me a shout. Either you can post a comment in the Discord channel. There's a lot of ways to get hold of me. You can go to my YouTube channel, Twitch channel, there's Twitter, there's a few of them. Just go to truckstopradio.co.uk, or at the bottom of this channel there is a lot of my connection details are there, and I'm going to be updating them over the next few days. So pick your poison, and if you've got anything you'd like to add, you want me to do, I am very much open to it. Michael Horrigan, Premier Gaming. Premier Gar. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Alrighty, so what's this? 7 bales. There are at least another 3 on that side, so it might actually be close to the number I originally thought it would be. I said 12 bales. Okay, so let's stack some of bales on this front trailer so we can balance this out. And let's take this closer to the field instead of running it down the whole time. So you're trying to get me into trouble, iPhone. Is it iFan Richards 07? Never quite sure. Alright, so let's get this across there. Yeah, so send it through. Maybe it slips through. I don't know. Maybe you can catch one of the other presenters with a song that's got explicit lyrics. I've got to be careful. I'm new at the station, so I've got to behave myself as much as I can. But it doesn't stop you from trying. So there's 11 bales. Oh, there's one up there. 12. No, it is 12 bales. Bonus. Okay, cool. Well, there's one thing that I'm very sensitive about is butchering people's names. My real name, yeah, there's been some interesting versions of the names. So when I do get the opportunity to kind of make sure that I'm getting someone's name right, I try and make a point of making sure I get it right. Okay, so this one can just go down here. We'll drop you on later. Let's go and get the big fellas. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, I am looking to do an extra stream. I'm looking at World of Warships, and I'm looking at Farming Simulator, Flight Simulator. If you're interested, just give me a thumbs up on which one you'd prefer. And the forest, as Rabbit said earlier. Thanks, dude. I do appreciate it. I'll go practice, and I'll catch you in the next stream, and I'll go and find out exactly how to pronounce it, and I'll do it right. Wow, that sucked. Johnston 2020, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time here with us. Yeah, we're open to suggestions, any ideas. We were discussing a little bit of a role-playing map, a survivor mode type map. Yes, so if you've got any ideas you'd like to throw around, by all means, throw them in the pool. And let's see, maybe we can do something. No, no. Although I do play a lot of Xbox, this is on PC because this is quite a heavily modded map. Unfortunately, I actually don't have Farming Simulator 19 on Xbox. I've got 15 and 17. I only play 19 on PC. Flight Sim, yeah. Flight Sim, I've done all my training on Flight Sim, and I can tell you now, listen, don't even try Flight Sim if you don't have some kind of a controller. Fortunately, I've got a pretty decent Xbox controller, and that allows you to finesse things. Try and fly with a keyboard. You will be heading straight and level, and all of a sudden you will just flip your plane. It is the controls are that sensitive, so you need something like a joystick or an Xbox controller. I went and kind of Googled it a little bit and went to go and find out what the guys are using because I don't want to buy anything new if I already had gear. And the general opinion was the Xbox controller was a bad idea, but if you could finesse it properly, it would work. And I think I got that right because the second I started playing with the Xbox controller, the game just became enjoyable. But I don't know how much it's a streamable game because, as much as there's a lot of guys that stream it, it is one of those games where, unless you do really short flights or you do like the challenges where you got the landing challenges and that kind of thing, it is a very long, tedious kind of game. Absolutely amazing in what it does. So it's not boring in any sense, but it is not exciting. Farming Simulator is not exactly exciting, but it changes all the time. You're not flying in a straight line for 2 hours at a time. Alrighty. And then that's that job done. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Good boy. Well done. Alrighty, so we made 12 bales. Okay, one bale was not a full 20 ton, but we made 12 bales. And I stack like my ass. But the big benefit is we can now go. Let's go and drop that. Okay, so there's 4,000 for the contract, a little bit paid in for the equipment that I used. And this realism, I've rolled these trailers before, so you got to be so careful. Okay. So yeah, so flight sim I definitely will do, but I'll do that as a time lapse. I will go and do a 2 hour flight and I'll time lapse except for the parts that are the exciting bits, the takeoff, the landing, um, in flight, the different scenes and stuff. Do a lot of like photography and that kind of thing, but hopefully take a 2 hour flight and condense it into about a 15-minute kind of window. That makes it enjoyable for everybody, and it allows me to get away with a few things. I don't have to be talking all the time because I can just time lapse the times that I'm those 2 hours that it's just jetting along. Any other thoughts? Okay, so we're not going to do. I'm not going to bother with the harvesting contract there. Okay. So, do I buy the extra field? I have got 157,000. I think that field is. I can buy that field. Do I go and buy field 91? Because my consistent income that I had the beehives and they were giving me 22,000 rand, dollars a day. So do I go and buy this field and go and mow all the lawn and turn it into silage? Problem being, because it's seasons, the silage at the moment is only $91. And if I look at seasons menu, silage, okay, I've got some wool that's waiting. Silage is ramping up in price, so it's going to be at its peak price soon. Yeah, I enjoy ETS as well, but I've actually never played the multiplayer version of it. Just because I'm coming in from South Africa, the I often can't even connect because of the lag. There is a very strict lag cutoff or latency cutoff on ETS, and I think it sits at about 200 milliseconds, and I get 180, 200, 250, and I'll just connect in and it'll drop me almost directly afterwards. So I play it single player and I've got quite a few hours logged on that, but I think it's one of those games that, as much as it's fun to play single player, uh, playing multiplayer is just the better version of it. Much like Farming Simulator, single player is great, but I'm playing this multiplayer because I'm technically competing against other players, and just seeing who can beat their 400,000 kind of overdraft or debt that they've got the quickest. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I get. You know what? I'm not going to wait until next week. I'm going to try something. Let me see if this works. So I'm going to cheat. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's do this. That's fun. Couldn't post a tweet. That's terrible. Also live. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna put you guys on mute for just a sec. Alrighty, so if the translator or the pronunciation I found is to believed, Ifan, Ifan, if I'm right. But in any case, I will practice and I'll get it right. So in any case, Rabbit, yeah. So the game started with a few pieces of equipment and two properties. So a farm like this with a pen in on my side was sheep. Yeah, there was cattle, there was horses, and then one field, the one arable field, and 400,000 worth of debt with that equipment. I am not out of debt, as you can see from my finances over here. I've got $365,000 worth of debt. So less than 22, so 340, 343. So I have recovered a little bit, but I have been buying equipment like a mad person. So if you look at this, this is all equipment that I have. So it's ranges from pallets to tractors to harvesters, pallets of seed and that kind of thing. Um, the that harvester over here is pretty low value, and it's not a great harvester, but it works. But this tractor, no, that's not mine. This tractor over here, I upgraded from the standard tractor that I had. I've got more power. It is a much better machine, so that cost me. This tractor over here is pretty much the same as that one, and it was the same thing. More power, can do a front attacher, can do all of that kind of thing, so it was the better option for me. So there were a lot of upgrades. I've spent probably 400,000 on vehicle and equipment upgrades. So the expense, I've been out of debt if I just look at it strictly from what I've spent on new equipment, but I I am not out of debt. Okay, so now that those trees are out of the way, I can push this further back. So there's my wool. Okay, then I'll go and load from the side. And then my bales. So those black bales over there, except for one, those are 20,000 litre bales. And I have got, it's 88,000 litres there. These white bales should all be silage already. Yeah, and these are mostly, I think there's 2 or 3 20s. So that one's partially decayed already. So that's a 9, and these are all 6s and 4s. So let's call it 24, 28, 34, 43, and another 18. So I've got in silage 150 and change. Okay, so it's got to get rid of this tree. It's really a pain. Let's go in cab. Whoa. A little bit of steering lag there. That's lovely. So let's just go and stick this down at the back here. Next to those pallets. I'm not going to worry about protecting this because honestly I'm not too fussed if it doesn't last, but I've got it for free, so I'm taking it. I'm not even going to bale my own field because this is more than enough for me. So there's a yeah, so getting out of debt is pretty tricky because there's nothing really high yield on you, and you start off with quite bad equipment. It's not terrible, but it's old school equipment that it's got very small working widths, and it's just difficult to get around. So you can't go and take on big projects or contracts or anything without spending money first. So it's kind of one of those things where you you're going to spend to make money, and that's what keeps you in debt. But I was lucky, I got the honey production up and running pretty early on, and that went a long way to helping me, kind of stay out of debt, or at least like serious debt. The only thing that I have playing on an international server is this crazy latency that hits me just every now and then. Just enough to really mess up my game. As far as I know, straw bales will not rot outside. Grass, yes, definitely, but straw is fine. It's a weird thing. I would think that straw would rot just as bad, just the same as grass. But in real life, to be honest, that is pretty much how it works. Straw you can leave outside for years at a time, depending on the conditions. If they get wet and that kind of thing, then yes, it is affected. But grass will rot no matter where you put it, and that's what the game's trying to represent. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm looking forward to the precision farming development that they're doing over the next 2 years, where they're actually taking real life farming and real life technologies and they're bringing it into the game. I'd love to see what that's going to be when it does arrive. Yeah, look, I think your brother might actually be right. If you have them outside in the rain, they may rot. I'm taking a little bit of a chance here. I do want to get them under a cover, but I want to first buy that field. and I want to get the potato washer and everything done. So I'm looking at having a new place to stack this. That's why I'm paying attention to stack it nicely, so I can pick up 2 bales at a time when I do take it. So I think let's do that. Let's first look at what the weather is going to bring. So we've got no rain forecast until Saturday, so we've got basically a day and a half to make sure that this is all sorted out. So I'm going to I'm thinking I'm going to buy this farm. Buy this farm and then go and bale out, put all the grass into silage. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's do that. Okay, let's go buy a farm. 145,000. All the money I have made, I'm now going to spend again. Lovely. And very little change left. So I'm going to have about 12 grand available. I'm sure I'm going to regret this, but in any case, fortunately we got a cash crop that's coming through in the form of this field over here, and I don't actually know. So okay, so there's no way of jumping across there. No, there's no realistic way of jumping across there. So I'll take a drive over there just now. So we have added additional field info, which allows you to go and see what the expected yield is. It shows you how much you're going to need in terms of fertilizer and that type of thing. So I'm curious to see how much that field's going to give us, and then I want to go and see what the value of that grain is. Okay, so I'll take the 2 top ones off individually. Alright, I'll wait for him. I haven't seen a notification saying that he's popping in yet. Yeah, I just got a sync notification. So we're gonna get locked up soon. Normally doesn't take too long, depending on how good the remote connection is. Yeah, I'd like to see that happen in the real world. But in any case, and I also need some bales for my sheep. So I'm going to, there's 2 bales there at the moment. I think that's a 20 tonner that's lying there. So as much as they do rot, the nice thing is lying over there, it just auto loads the feed trough. So I basically just need to make sure the water stays okay. Okay, so let's have a look at how much the animals are doing. Chickens are fine, they're fed, their cleanliness is good. I need to go and clean up, they need a little bit of water. We're all good. So we should start seeing some pregnant ewes here. The older ones that have been around. No, these. There we go. Alright, just give me a second. I'm just going to grab a bite to eat. Yeah, he's Ifan. He has just joined, and that's why we're getting the synchronizing data screen. As soon as he's done, then we'll be online again. Alright, there we go. So the merinos are my wool sheep, and the Suffolk is more around meat but 92% and 75 kilos. That's not bad. So that's good. And my chickens are growing at a rapid pace. I've got anything that's a 00 yeah means Elms 1111. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Yes, so the chickens are also going strong, but the coop I've got has got a cap of 100 chickens, so I'm going to have to look at maybe sacrificing some of the chickens or maybe getting a new spot for them so that we can add in. Yeah, awesome. Very popular. I seem to have a little bit of a space in the UK and Europe, not that much in the American market. But yeah, I'll welcome everybody from everywhere. Uh, please have your say. You know, chatting channel. You know, if you anything you'd like to see anything, you want me to do something, by all means. All right. This is a nice tedious job, but it is now pretty much done. Okay. 12 bells. Ready to roll. Okay, so I've got a day to make that better. Let's see if this works. I doubt it. Nope. So let's check this. So that's 10,000 liters. That's been untouched. That's 8,000, and it's staying full. So I've got, with rot factor considered, I've got 2 days worth of grass there. So I can bale everything I get. So let's just get some water into here. Then I'll go and unhook trailers and get them all sorted out. Okay, so there we go. From Alrighty, so let's just go and detach trailers, and we should be good. Alright, so I am coming to near the end of my stream. If I get enough thumbs up, then I'll stay online for another half an hour, but I normally do cut off at a fairly strict hour and a half. So if you guys want me to stick around for another half an hour, I'll do that. But I would normally, around about this time, go and start looking for somebody to raid. I've got a lot of really cool content providers all over the place. Very popular guys that I do like following is I can maybe go and raid Martin, ML Gamer. Not many guys that are normally doing the farming sim streams. I normally do Red Dirt Ranch, Virtual Farmers offline, Rainbow Dave's offline. So yeah, so it's up to you guys. Yeah, I can stick around a little bit longer. Let's say another half an hour. Alrighty, so let's get this going. I need to get that tree out of the way. Okay, so Adelaide having a little bit of a problem. Yeah, sure, no problem, Rabbit. Let me explain to you one day exactly what that really is. This is a PG channel, so I can't tell you now. So I'm wondering, I'm going to take care of the baling first. So let's go and mow that field. Oh, he didn't take. Oh, it's not mine. There's my windrower there. Okay, cool. I thought one of the guys had loaned my windrower. Stuck in the gate. Was that you, Alan? Gotta learn to spell. One day when I'm big and I can spell. That's a weight. So with the mowing, I don't really need it. But when you got a very heavy trailer on the back, or this is more very helpful when you're plowing and that kind of thing, it keeps the nose of the vehicle down so you can still steer while you're doing whatever that job is. So it's just a ballast, and it's quite commonplace in real life as well. It's not just a game add-on. Ah, what am I doing wrong? I just bought this field, didn't I? Well, hang on a second. You guys saw me buy that field, didn't you? Money's gone. I bought the field. It's even showing the buyer there. Ah, that is a complete balls up. You don't have enough money. Yeah, I definitely bought that field. Okay, let me phone a friend. Uh, okay, well, that's out. That sucks. Okay, we can put you back down again. Okay, so this has straps on it, so we can just go and load up this entire tree. Hopefully, I might have to go and buy a grab because there's no way I can pick that up. If I get a bale grab, yeah, I could probably do it with a bale grab. Um, or I can get a fork with a grapple. That could also work. Log fork's cheap though. Okay, so I'm gonna get a log fork so I can go and load up this trailer a little bit more effectively. So I will be back. Okay, 10 viewers. Hey, That is the first time I've hit 10 viewers on one stream. So I got to ask you guys a favor, and I'm technically not allowed to do this, and I'm not calling out lurkers. I I have an achievement that I need to reach, and to be able to reach that achievement, I need 10 people to be talking in the stream at the same time. We're sitting at about 4 at the moment, so anybody who's on here, just give a hi. You don't need to do anything other than that, but it would definitely help me, uh, achieve some of my streaming targets. So anything will be welcome. Hey Jason, yeah, thank you. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's see. Anybody else want to join me? Again, I'm not calling out any lurkers. I just would really appreciate it if we could hit that number. It would be absolutely amazing. It is the first time that I've gone into double digits, so this is new territory for me. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, George Winter Brown, thank you very much. Thanks for the compliment. I do appreciate it. So let's go and drop this and go and fetch a log fork. If you guys will excuse me, I'm just trying to have a very late dinner. Uh, try my best not to make any chewing sounds. If I do, just tell me on stream. I stream directly after my uh, radio broadcast. So every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 10 p.m. to 11:30 or 12, depending on how the stream goes. Um, that is CAT, so Central African time. So for those coming from the UK, that'll be 10. It'll be 9 p.m. CET. I will be looking at doing a few other streams around the FSL. Friday afternoons, I normally join in with the Giant software guys. I normally don't stream on my side, but I'm going to look at streaming their matches. And then because of the Farming Simulator Africa series that we're looking to get off the ground, I will probably be doing a stream directly after theirs, and maybe do one or two of our training sessions during the week. I will keep the Twitch schedule up to date, so if you see the time set there, I will be streaming at that time. With the exception of Friday afternoons, it depends on how it plays out. Alright, so yeah, I did fumble that a little bit. UK time, which is GMT plus 1. I am on truckstopradio.co.uk from 8 until 9 p.m. And then I'll be streaming from 9 until 10:30 or 11 UK time. The Naughty Gnome. Thanks, Naughty. I do appreciate the follow. So, Naughty, I'm assuming it is MGN Naughty. We just had a little fun experience with the map where I bought a farm and it disappeared. Or at least was no longer mine. Let me just see. Yeah, it is, yeah. So just for those who don't know, what we do is whenever we buy, it causes a little bit of a lag in the game. So you just give the other players a heads up, so that when you buy something and the system does that like split second or second lag, that they don't ramp off a bridge and lose the load or something like that. Trust me, it's a thing. All right, let's go load a tree or two. Ooh, lag steer. Gotta love it. So, when we do the equipment tours that we're planning to do, I'm definitely going to try and live stream on Twitch. But what would you prefer in that space? I mean, if I go and show you a vehicle, that's all fine and well. But are we going to go and put together things where we actually get into the vehicle and we get to drive it a little bit, you get someone to actually tell us about what's going on with it, maybe do a little bit of a comparison between the game and the actual real life machine. Fortunately, I've got a fairly decent laptop, so I can actually do that all together. Have the game in the foreground and have the real life machine in the background. I think it'll be a little bit of fun. It's all just to see how it goes. I am considering moving my slots. Yeah, okay, we'll stick to Twitch then. Look, I am dual streaming, so it will live stream on YouTube and Twitch. But I think that Twitch would be the primary channel, so I do have the multi-stream available, but I don't have any real traction yet on the YouTube side. My channel is still very new. I've only got, well, this will be the fourth video that's being posted in there. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It depends on how heavy that tree is. I think I might have to chop it into a few pieces. But the idea is I just want to get that out of my yard and sold so it's out of the way. I doubt I can pick this whole tree up anyway. It's going to be too big for the trailer anyway. Let's see what she says. See, so that weight we're looking at, who's that? Alid. That weight you were looking at on the other tractor, that's perfect for this situation, because that's just lifting the back of my tractor up. So I'm not going to fetch the weight. I'm just going to chop this tree off so it's a little bit smaller. And a little bit narrower. And just that big branch at the top there, I've got to get off. There we go. That's manageable. Okay, so let's see what it does. Did it? No, it didn't. It didn't cut off that branch. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, I probably do need the weight. Do you like my brother and just take the whole tree down the road? Yeah, look, I watched him take it down the road. It was actually quite impressive. But no, I'm not going to go that route. So let's just go. And courseplay is great, but the fact that you've got the right click as being a trigger is a bit of a pain. And there used to be an option, yeah, where you could actually allow it to be a control delete for your courseplay. In fact, Scolari is coming to join us. Um, no, it was not. It was a free farm. It was a piece of field that was not owned by anybody. I just bought it now, and bought it. Was busy with something else for a few minutes, and then when I went across to go and mow it, it was showing that I didn't own the field. So what I was going to do is I'm going to mow key mapping and just see if I can change the right click. That's the steering, follow me, that's fine. Courseplay, there we go. Courseplay, secondary mouse action. So we're going to take that off and change it to a different button. Yes, let's see if it worked. Nope. I don't know if I got the wrong option or what the deal was, but it didn't work. Okay. This is very frustrating. Yeah, I definitely think you're right. There's a bit of a need for a wait here. Okay, let's go fetch it. Let's write here another field anyway. Do, 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 do. I gotta say that despite the few technical issues we've had on the map today and yesterday, I'm actually really enjoying this map. Um, it's it feels quite inclusive and comprehensive. It's not too technical. It's not too hard to get around. Uh, if I get the pronunciation right, we were playing on the Irie map, the Irish map, and those roads are really difficult to get around, and they're completely unforgiving. And as much as that's a representation of what I expected to be in real life. The game's level of realism is going to be such that you can believe what you're doing, but it also mustn't be frustrating when you use it. So I have got a farm on that map, and I am kind of working on it, but it's it is what it is. No, still not there. So that field over there, let's see, the purchase just went through again, and it failed again. Maybe that field's not available. It'd be kind of silly, but maybe it isn't. And I've got an invisible tree stump here. Levitating tractor. How's that for amazing? Come on, go levitating tractor. Uh, Alright, let's try this again. Come on. Okay, so I've definitely got to find a better way of doing this key mapping. Hopefully it can allow me to get around it. Follow me, courseplay. Okay, that's fine. Courseplay. Show hide the HUD. Just delete. Okay, but it still doesn't give you the option to change it yet. Although, right click hug. I wonder if this affects everybody. I don't want to go mess everybody else around. Okay, so. Cool. That is cool. I was worried that I would affect other players. The last thing I want to do is go and mess up their game because I'm battling with something. Okay, so that. Okay, so I got my money back. Okay, so. Have you bought? No. First time. Been working towards buying it. Some mods are designed to bring you a lot of joy, and some mods are designed to just make life difficult. This tree stump is making life difficult. Should probably get a manure grab for this instead of the fork. Yep. Don't flip my tractor. Even with the weight on the back, it's not doing it too well. Wow, this tree's heavy. Either that or my tractor's just really terrible. Uh, okay, so hopefully we can dump the rest of the stuff on there without a problem. Um, let's just see. Okay. All right, Rabbit. Yeah, have a good one, mate. We'll definitely chat soon. Um, Alrighty, so we're at the. I'm getting out of the game now, so my updates can be done. Thanks, Galari, for sorting that out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go and raid. Let's go and see who we can raid. Maybe there's somebody. Let's go. Let's go raid Martin. Let's go raid Martin ML Gamer. Okay, so have I got something? Have I done something wrong? No. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to jump in with Martin. He's one of the great content providers. He's a really good guy, and he's very actively involved with like FSLs and that kind of thing. Please go and have a look at his stream. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Give him a like, give him a follow if you haven't already. And I will be in there with you for a while, and I will jump across and carry on with my map, hopefully. Cool. Let me just get the volume up.
That'd be cool if I manage to do it. If I manage to do it, get it sent for testing.
Defenses detected. Arming ring defenses.
That'd be cool. Weatherman raiding with 9. How we doing? How are we doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Welcome in, raiders. How are we all doing? How was your stream, Weatherman? Thank you again very much for your raid. It's very good of you, dude. Your laptop can play FS19 but struggles with Giant's editor. Oh. We need to test it. Get into it. Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll try it. Maybe one day I'll try it. Absolutely great. Nice. Nice. Is that Iphone? Iphone? Richards. I'll call you Richards. Richards, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. First time in double digits. Congratulations, dude. Nice one. Nice one. Right. So what am I going to do next? Oh, I know what I'll look at. Where is... Where is he? Where is he? He's not here. Paul Gruber. in the contracts. Paul Gruber. I swear it's the spitting image of DJ Goham.